Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. I've got my pickups and experience here from the Barrie Game Exchange, which just happened this past Sunday, the 15th of September. Pretty awesome show yet again. I think it was one of the best, and obviously gotta thank Hodge again for setting up such a wonderful show, and obviously his family for, I'm sure, all of their working on it, and his people in his community that really help him out. There's a lot of people there that pitch in, and I think, but Haji's like the main one who puts it all together, and not just a fellow Cartridge Club member, but amazing organizer, that's for sure, of probably the biggest video game swap meet, this in Ontario at least, and probably larger area than that. So thanks again, Hodge. It looked like a great show. There's tons of people there, despite it being a little bit rainy at the start, but turned into a beautiful day, and really enjoyed myself, and obviously got to meet up with the Cartridge Club people, a lot of them, and as I usually go on about these things, I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but you guys kind of get the idea. Like, it's a lot of the camaraderie, and I will also show you some of the deals that I got here. So starting off, one thing I wanted to show, which isn't really video game related, it's more like Dungeons and Dragons related, and that is I got these 4 dice here from Extra Life, and I'll bring one up a little closer to the camera so you can see it there. This is extra. I don't know if you can see that, but it's an Extra Life dice. Basically, it says Sick Kids on it. I don't know if it's going to focus right there, but it says Sick Kids on it because that's the Toronto Guild Extra Life. So I donated to them $10, and just this is like, they kind of give out little mementos kind of thing like this, but I'll end up using those for Dungeons and Dragons, which gets me into the next thing, which isn't video game related, and it will appear on my D&D channel, but that is the Dungeons and Dragons player handbook right here. This is the 4th edition. I don't really play 4th edition, but at the same time, it's still cool to have, and Josh, or aka Creeply, gave this to me for free. I think he found it in a pile of trash somewhere, and he picked it out, cleaned the spits off of it, and there you go. So, and it's like in really great shape. You couldn't even tell that somebody ended up throwing that out. So really nice condition, and this is my really first 4th edition book. I didn't have the player's handbook for this. I pretty much have it for every other edition, other than like the first like super uber rare pamphlet type ones. But as far as like all these 2nd edition and beyond, or AD&D and beyond, this one here is the only one that I didn't have for the player's handbook. So really nice, and I'll end up getting probably like the monster manual and the DM's guide for that, just to have the core rule books for my D&D collection. So really cool right there. Moving on, now these really aren't related to the show, and you saw these previously. Hodge showed them to you in my pickup video from when we did C3 in the summertime. So he had these and he brought them back over the border, and this was the occasion where I was able to get them from him. So the games that I picked up, I'll show you here in person, but that's POW. These are all complete in box, by the way. Tiny Toon Adventures. So like I said, this wasn't from the actual show, but Haji just set me up with them because he brought them back from the States for me, so I wouldn't have to shove them into a backpack, basically. One that's really important to me here is RC Pro-Am. Just the memories kind of fled back with that one. Avidox, didn't really have this one, but it was on my list of games to get, so I'm pumped to get this because basically I got this for the price that people were asking for the game, loose. So really cool deal right there, and that's really the only reason why I grabbed these. And then Wizardry, which is also another one that I had rented, and I had in my possession actually for quite some time. I think I rented it a few times. Couldn't get really far in it. I don't think I understood it as a kid, but just because I spent a little bit of time on it, and dying right at the start, like constantly just not knowing what I was doing with it, I had to get it in the collection. So really cool right there. And I didn't have those loose. I think I have some of these other ones loose, and I don't think I had this one. I think I have this one, but it's like all beat up. the label is. So pretty cool to be able to get that one right there. That's for sure. So pumped about that. Thank you, Hodge, for muling those back over and putting on an amazing show. Something that's going to be helping me here when I do my live stream for Extra Life on November 2nd is a brand new, although the box is beat beyond belief. What is this one? The Ice Snowball or Blue Snowball or whatever you call it. Ice mic. So really pumped about this. I got this from Bill from STC Pod, another Cartridge Club member. He gave me a killer deal on it. So I'm really pleased with that. And although the box is like all beat up and everything and like taped up and all this kind of thing, the microphone side's never been used, and everything in there otherwise is like brand new, has the instructions and everything. And this is not going to be a box I'm going to hold on to. I want to use this microphone, so I'm pumped about that. It doesn't need to be all minty like my NES boxes, that's for sure. And he gave me a real bro deal on that for sure. Moving on from there, really just like one game that I ended up picking up from the show, and this was from Regal Gaming. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this just because that lighting is like pretty intense right now, but Regal Gaming hooked me up with this and recognized me right when I was walking by the table, just because I commented on one of his Twitter posts. I think recently one of the guys there, is going for a complete GameCube collection, and he had picked up Gotcha Force, and if you guys been following my channel, I picked that up quite some time ago for a super cheap deal, so I kind of linked that video to when I picked that up for him, so you could check it out. And then I guess he has a really amazing memory because he spotted me like within 5 seconds of me walking past his table, so that was really cool right there. And we got to talking, and I did want to pick up a Switch game, so I decided to buy it from him because, well, everybody else had it like probably more overpriced than, not overpriced. I'm not saying he's overpriced. Sorry, that was a mistake. I'm not really trying to say that. What I'm trying to say is they had it really marked up in relation to what he had on his. He had a really good deal, and then he gave me even a better deal on it. So I was pretty impressed with that, and that is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And you guys probably think I'm insane for not having played this yet, but again, I like to find my things for reasonable deals, and I haven't really seen a reasonable deal locally for this game, and I've never found it in the wild. Breath of the Wild, get it? But anyway, at the same time, I do now have it in my possession. I'm pretty pumped, and he gave me like probably the best deal you're ever gonna get for this. So I was really pleased with that. Thank you so much, and that's everything I got for you this time around. Barrie was awesome again. Thanks again, Hodge, and everybody else who like put everything into it. Met up with like all the CC members that usually go there, and a couple others that made a special trip just to come out to Barrie, and that was impressive to say the least, and really nice to meet like a few new CC members. And that's it. That's all I gotta say about that. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do feel free to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and I'll see you all later.